Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A. It's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the attack team on Redshire Assault, and it's under the command of Angelina75. And this is the first replay she submitted for her contest with Talon 1958. Yes, the contest to win the Weekend Lion tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. Game on. Well, that's the Top Gun. It's the 203mm caliber B4 howitzer. It's capable of 900 alpha and penetrating 52mm of armor. But Angelina considers she's a little too close to the enemy, and she's pulling back so she can get better fields of fire and a little more protection just in case the enemy comes visiting. Yeah, because they have a tendency to do that on this map. I much prefer to be on the defending team on this particular map if I'm on an assault on Redshire. It's much easier to actually defend. There are some positions, and maybe I'll get a chance to show you those when we actually get a replay to do and I'm actually in the game. Rounds out. Close? Yeah, that was close. Close enough to do some damage. She's on the scoreboard with 90 hit points on the Shure MV7X. Okay, well, that black dog is determined to get at our Shure MV7X, and he's got the company of a AE Phase 1 as well. Looks like our Shure MV7X's in reload, and that's why he hasn't responded at all. He's just trying to get away. But Angelina is probably going to try and get a shot in again. Well, it was on the corner of the copse. The enemy did kill our Shure MV7X in the end. In fact, it was their GW Tiger, Captain Book, who actually got the kill shot. So it was probably a shotgun. And that tends to tell me that Captain Book is probably in C1 or C2. And that is my preferred firing point. Yep, there's so many buildings around there, it makes it very confusing for the enemy Arty to get a shot on you. So it's well worth considering that as a firing position, because the enemy sees the tracer coming out, but they can't work out which house you're behind. Okay, TNH 105 1000, rounds out. Close enough to stun, but not close enough to damage. I'm afraid it landed a short distance away. She is firing over a ridgeline. The standard reload time is 37.39 seconds. Oh, and there's the GW Tiger. Actually, he's actually in the castle grounds, which is not a great place because those walls can get in the way. And of course, he is vulnerable if somebody wants to do this. Rounds out. Oh, both shots hit the target. Unfortunately, Angelina didn't get the kill. The kill actually went to Yuri Ivanovich, in the GW Tiger on our team. So yes, she did hit him, definitely hit him, but I'm not sure if she hit him after he died or before he died. We do know that the Ivanovich did get the kill. Oh, and that was another hit, another direct hit there. No explosion. Can't tell which tank she hit, but she is getting hits on the enemy. Just, we're not seeing who it is because they're blind targets. Oh, it was the TNH. Look at that. He did have a bit of stun. And the Chart Future 4 doesn't look particularly healthy either. Now, she can probably wipe out that TNH 105. Rounds out. No, missed it on that occasion. Looking to the south, we've got an Iron Arty. He's making a thrust and he's trying to fend off our teammates who are attacking from that direction. Okay, this is going to be a fairly easy one. So I was saying the standard reload, 37.39 seconds. Angelina has got a reload time of 30 seconds, so she's knocked 7 seconds off the standard reload with a rammer and a good crew. And of course it does help that this tank can actually have vents because it's an enclosed firing Arty based on the KV-222, the heavy tank. which was basically a precursor of the KV-3. They did build 2 for testing, but unfortunately they didn't survive the war. Okay, Iron Arnie's pulling back. That's it. Just work out where he's going to stop, and then... Oh, no, she got that right, but he was boxing her, and he actually managed to fool her. He fooled me as well. I would have missed out on that shot. That BZ-176 is going to be a difficult target. We've got a couple of enemy tanks. A chart future for Anane Phase 1 hiding out in the copse, but they're not doing any damage. The GW Tiger has gone down to... That's the firing position I normally use. Yeah, around about there, or slightly further over. Such an easy firing position. She lines it up, fires the round in. She got a bit of a rescue bloom, but it was right on target, and she did get the kill. But it looks like she cheated the other Arty, the GW Tiger, out of the counter battery fire medal, because she got the kill for that one. He got the kill for the other one. I do suspect that Angelina hit the enemy tank second, and it's the guy ahead of us, Yuri Ivanovich, who actually got the kill shot on the first one, and that's why she didn't get any notification of a kill, because she was actually hitting a wreck. There's only 2 enemies left, and they're both up in the north. It's the A Phase 1 and the Chart Future 4. And the best thing for Angelina to do is get into a position so you can start laying shells into that area. And that's precisely what she's going to do. Lovely. This is going to be fun. Oh! And Yuri does it again and cheats Angelina out of a kill, because he got there first. And that means there's only the Chart Future 4 left, and he's definitely in the woods. Angelina's in reload. I doubt if she's going to get another shot. And that's it. Game's over. Here's the end of battle stats. And unfortunately, there was no mastery classification for this game. Well, there was a lot of shots, but it just doesn't seem that she actually managed to score enough to get the classification. She did get a Bruce medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she managed to get 5 exactly. And she got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. Her win rate was only 1,134. Let's have a look at the team scores and see what actually happened. Well, we can see that the highest amount of damage in the game went to the IS-32 on our team, who actually got a high caliber for 4,342 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the Char MV7X, the other one on our team. I think there was there more than one? Yes, there was. This was the one who was a little more careful. He got 3,261. And the third highest damage went to the Conway on the enemy team with 3,210. When it came to kills, the IS-32 managed to get 4 kills, so did the Char MV7X. So I think he was doing the assassin job. He was rushing in there, assassinating tanks that had already been badly damaged, and then getting away before they could do anything about him. The second highest was the Shrivs S1 and their GW Tiger, both with 2 kills, on our team rather, and the A Phase 1 on the enemy team, just the only tank to get 2 kills. Now, as to this claim of Angelina, well, she got the Confederate. That's a medal. That's good. Now, did she actually hit both enemy Arty? Well, no, because although she actually did kill the GW Tiger and just cheated Yuri out of getting a counter battery, because her shell went in just before his did, she didn't get the kill on the other tank, the other Arty in the game. Where is it? Just get it up on front of me. Where are you? No, I'm looking at the wrong team. There you go. 2 GW Tigers. Captain Bullock was the one that was shot by Yuri, and the other one, is that Mathakita? He was the one killed by Angelina. So this was the guy who was on the move. This was the guy who was inside the castle grounds. Yuri's shell hit the GW Tiger. The computer had a little kind of hiccup because both shells almost came in one on top of the other, and the computer decided in the end that Captain Bullock was wiped out by Yuri with that first shot. And when Angelina's shell came in, all it did was hit the wreck. Because although the wreck hadn't actually appeared yet, because because the computer hadn't gone through the process of working out, do I have to display a rec or not? So it hadn't completed all of its processing before Angelina's shell arrived, because there was only a split second between them. And that's why she was curious as to whether or not she'd actually scored a counter battery. The answer is no, because unfortunately Angelina hit a wreck, but so did Yuri. Yuri hit Angelina's wreck, or rather the wreck of the tank that Angelina killed, Mathematica, just after Angelina had already wiped him out. So, you know, tit for tat there. She got her own back on him for stealing her kill, and he got his own back on her, well, for stealing her kill in the first place. Well, yes, exactly. So they both outdid each other, because they both managed to get shots on the same target, but each of them outbeat each other to getting the kill shot, which is a frequent thing for Arty, I'm afraid. Yes, I've actually aimed at a target, fully dialed in, fire the shot, and my teammate in another Arty hits the same spot, because of course I mark my targets before I fire at them. And as a consequence of doing that, sometimes the enemy Arty, or the teammate Arty on my team, does know that I'm aiming at that target. So he also knows if he gets a shot in before I do, then he gets the kill instead of me, and I'm just hitting a wreck. And that happens so often. And that's another reason why you shouldn't actually mark the targets, but I do mark the targets because I want my teammate in the other Arty to try and hit a different target if he can, because if he hits a different target, then we're maximizing our coverage over the entire enemy team, and we've got more chance of wiping the enemy out. It also, sometimes, if they're hitting a difficult target, it helps if both Arties hit the same target at the same time, because I can actually hit the target first, my teammate then hits it, I pick up the stun assist, or vice versa. If I see that somebody else is going to be targeting a particular tank, I can then hit the same tank as well directly afterwards and give him a bit of stun assist on top of that. And so he benefits from the actual damage and the stun assist damage of the same vehicle. And it certainly does help in battle. But on this occasion, each of them managed to get a single kill, but it was very, very close. It could have gone either way, and it was a good game nonetheless. Let's have a look at the base XP. Unfortunately, the IS-3 managed to get the highest with 1,344. The Charmilly 75 got 1,149, and those are the only two managed to get over 1,000. Angelina's way down the table with 537, and Yuri, her competitor, only got 570, so he's not that far above her, but he actually got 2 kills. Angelina only got the 1. Angelina fired 9 rounds in the game. She got 1 direct hit on the enemy. I think that was the GW that she actually did get the direct hit on. Let's have a look and see which one she did. Actually, it won't tell, will it? No, it wouldn't tell which she got a direct hit, because it wasn't a penetrating shot, so it's not going to say. But she did get 9 splash as well, 1,194 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, killed 1. That earned her the Confederate. And she also caused 8 stuns, but none of her stun targets were attacked by her teammates, which means she didn't get any stun assist. I think we can actually tell if Yuri came close. No, he didn't come close to getting a Confederate. Angelina was putting more rounds out on more targets with her 212A than Yuri was with his GW Tiger, and consequently he only hit 4 targets, but he did get 2 kills. Angelina hit a lot more targets in the game. She hit 7 and 1, so she was working as fast as she can to hit as many enemies as she could. Unfortunately, just no stun assist, and that's why she didn't get a classification, no mastery from that game. Okay, so going back to the details, and she earned 14,391 credits from the battle, 7,196 for completing holiday ops, 21,587 altogether, and after ammunition resupply made a profit of 4,397 credits. 537 base XP times 2 for the first victory, 1,074 experience points altogether. She did say, wait a minute, did I hit both Arties? Well, I think I've explained that, yes. Basically, she hit an Arty with 1 shot and a wreck with the other. So, and Yuri did exactly the same, so fair's fair. Okay, so that's the first game in the 2-1-2-8. That was a fast and exciting game, but Angelina did very well to get the Confederate. And technically, that puts Angelina in the lead, because even though she's got no classification, she did get a Confederate medal. And at the moment, Talon hasn't sent in any replays at all, which means that Angelina is definitely in the lead. But let's have a look at the second battle, and we'll see if Angelina did well in that one. The second replay is on the Murovanka map, and we can see that Angelina is now in the SU-8 and on the south spawn. Okay, game underway. Now, in actual fact, I got these videos mixed up. The one you just saw, the assault on Redshire, actually took place directly after this game. This is the first one that Angelina sent in, not the second one, but I put them in this order. Anyway, because Angelina wanted that question answered, did she actually hit both enemy Artys? Now you can see from the marks on the vehicle that she has quite a lot of experience in the SU-8, and I actually think that this is a very good replacement for the M44. It's quite amazing what this thing can actually do to the enemy. And the first target appears to be a VK2801-105, which is the premium version of the VK. Rounds out. Not enough lead on that one. But there's plenty of targets that are stationary, and I think Angelina's going to mess these guys up something chronic. Because the standard reload for this Arty is a lot less than on the 212A. That one landed short of the, was it an M6? It is an M6. She's almost reloaded. The T50 managed to fool her there, and he actually fooled her teammate as well in the other Arty. Her teammate in this one turns out to be an FV304. Okay, Angelina's standard reload time is 19.65 seconds. She's managed to reduce it to 16.1. And so that's only a second or so out from what the M44 used to be able to produce. So she can do a lot of damage to the enemy. She's going to try a splash. And it's a good one. A very good one. 141. You can see the tank is actually inside the crater. So that would have definitely hurt. And possibly knocked a couple of modules off. And he gets hit by the FB304, and oh, unfortunately Angelina missed out on the kill shot there. She could have got the coup de grace, but she's working out where the enemy is, and unfortunately a Skoda T25 got there before she could. But at least she got the hit points off him, and now she's dialing in on this KV2, who's being very careless, because he's about to get a 152mm shell coming the opposite way, and that's the Burt. Angelina lines him up. Rounds out, looks good. It is turret. She got the turret. Jagdpanzer 4 hiding in a bush, thinks he's invulnerable. Oh, we can see where the enemy FV304 is. He just fired around and it turns up. Now he probably didn't move. Yes, he didn't move. So the Jagdpanzer 4 just got struck, and Angelina's now lining up a shot on the M6. It's so fast firing. You can, it's hunting around for new targets all the time because, oh, another direct hit. You know that there are loads and loads of enemies for you to fire at, and you just haven't got enough shells. Unfortunately, this vehicle only carries 26. It should carry a lot more than that because the M44 did, but they're only giving you 26 to play with. I think it almost might be cruel to the enemy if they did give you more. But she can now see the Burt, and she's dialing in on him to make sure that he goes out the game as quickly as she can. And went to the right and splashed him, but she still managed to get 31 hit points. And it seems that somebody is blocking the Burt from moving away. The M6, I think, almost disconnected there, but he's coming down that slope fast. And, ooh, into the engine bay. 270 hit points, and there he's out the game, so she got the stun assist. Yes, it looked like somebody blocked the path of the Burt, and the tower is actually getting in the way of her aim at that particular spot, or just around the corner. In the meantime, the T-52 stopped for a moment to see what was going on. Angelina caught his eye, rounds out, and 4 hit points from a splash. 2 up on the enemy at the moment. Angelina's doing well. Here's another reason to love the SU-8. It does move quick, and you can modify it to go even quicker still. And that means you can zoom about the battlefield, almost like the T-28 hull that it's actually from, to get at the enemy quickly and even shotgun them if you can. Now, she's dialing in on a Basotto who's over the ridgeline, so she has to let it settle before she shoots. Very narrow arc on this Arty. Only 17 degrees. In fact, you've got -5 degrees on one side and +12 on the other. You've only got 5 degrees to the left, 12 degrees to the right before you're outside the arc. Okay, let it settle. Let it settle. That's it. Rouse out. Looks good. If he was still there, he would have suffered that. And now Angelina's in a position to splash the FV304 from here. He's going to have to move because the AT-8 is coming up behind him. He's almost loaded. Rounds out straight away, and unfortunately it hit the building, but she only got stunned. But he is taking damage, and he's about to go. Yep, ram kill. There's only 4 enemies left. We've got a T-52, just got struck. He's stunned. Angelina's dialing in on his spot. Rounds out, looks good. It was bang on the aim point, but the T-52 had enough of that, and he was getting out as quickly as he could. But now he's trying to get his own back on the Sherman Jumbo. And I think he's come a cropper now because he's taking on somebody. Normally I aim in directly at that spot and... Oh, he's gone. If you see somebody's maneuvering next to one of your teammates, you just land the shell next door to your teammate, because if your teammate's immobile, then the enemy's probably going to try to stay as close as he can, and that's when he gets hit by the shell. You might lose the chance to get a high caliber, but you more than likely get a kill out of it. I know different people have different techniques when it comes to dealing with that, but when you've got an enemy tank that's actually maneuvering and trying to get around your teammate, it does help sometimes just to pick a spot where you think that they're going to be and aiming at that instead of trying to follow them and chase them with the aim. Because chasing with the aim actually causes the reticule to get larger, whereas if you actually aim for a specific spot, it gets tighter. She's heading over to this side of the map because 2 of the enemy are on the other side of the map, the Basotto and the Dicamax. If she's over this side, she's got the support of 2 teammates who've already gone up the far end. And, ooh, no, look at that. The enemy SU-8 just got wiped out, but we got their FV304. Or rather, they got our FV304. The Dicamax got a shot, so that means the Dicamax is in grid square A6. That's where he just indicated. So it's a set of trees near A6. So I'd pick a spot near just the edge of the magic forest. That's it. Good. And she's got the house for cover as well. Okay, A6. Start looking at that spot. Yes, she's doing it. Nice. This is right. Okay, that would have served warning. If anyone's hiding in the bush, they're about to be evacuated, or evicted, I should say. Yes, you don't evacuate somebody, well, you evacuate their bowels, but I think that probably happens anyway if they get hit by the Arty shell. Oh, now the Dicamax did get spotted. Unfortunately, we lost our Sherman Jumbo, but we now know where he is, and Angelina's styling in to get a shot. Now that was very close to where he was. I would not be surprised if that did some damage. Trouble is, the Dicamax now knows where Angelina is, because of course he could follow back on the shell azimuth to work out exactly where she was when she fired that one, and he'll know she's in the magic forest and it's not too far away. So Angelina's doing the smart thing, which is to actually move, change position yet again, And I think this time round she's going to make it over to the edge of the Magic Forest over on the other side. This will be a good spot. Just over the ridge. She can actually fire from on the slope actually. She doesn't have to be flat. I think she's going to join the 88 because the 88 can protect her. And there are some trees over the far right. She found the Basotto. Okay, go to the aim. There he is. Let it settle. Good, 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 good. Nice, 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 nice. Rams out. Oh, cruel or what? Unfortunately, that round hit the ground near the Basotto, didn't damage him at all, and he just took out our 88, which means now Angelina's all on her own. Now, I don't think the Basotto knew where Angelina fired that shell from, and if the Dickomax has moved into the Magic Forest, then he probably would know that she was in the Magic Forest, and he might be hunting for her over there. Angelina's chosen to go to the water side. There's some nice flat spots where you can actually see the enemy coming. The view range on this Arty is 275. Oh, wrong one, sorry. I'm reading the wrong one. It's a 260 meters. Oh, he did go into the Magic Forest. He spotted her. The Dickomax is around here. Now, she could try for a shotgun. Where is he? Dickomaxes don't have much in the way of armor. She's going for a shotgun. Oh, now actually it would have been more helpful to get a ram or get close and not ram, sorry, and just shotgun him at close range. But I'm afraid that's it. Here's the end of battle stats, and despite that being a defeat, Angelina75 managed to get a second-class tanker out of that game, as well as a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 7, and she got another Confederate as well. So she's collecting medals like they're going out of fashion now. Her win rate in that game was 1,289. That definitely puts Angelina in the lead with a second class and a Confederate. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see that the highest damage in that game went to the Dickomax. Yes, he managed to get a Pascucci's, a high caliber, and a Top Gun out of that game. So he killed both Angelina and the FP304, as well as, yes, a win rate of 9,444. Quite a good player. He says, it's just me. Yes, and that pops up on your screen after you get killed. Yes, it's quite unusual. The second highest is the Basotto, managed 2,607, and the third highest in the game turned out to be our Sherman Jumbo with 1,371. Angelina, 1,203, which puts her above all but the top 2 on the enemy team and third on her own team. So she did do very well. She got a lot of damage, and of course the Confederate does count. It is an epic medal, battle hero medal rather, not an epic medal. And that means you get the Achievements Award, or for actually getting a medal in the battle. The highest number of kills goes to the Dickomax. He got the Top Gun, 6 kills. 3 kills went to the Basotto and also to our Sherman Jumbo. Angelina didn't get any kills at all, but of course that helped her to get the Confederate. And when it came to base XP, it's the Dickomax top with 1,240, the Basotto with 1,044. Those are the only 2 players to get over 1,000. The next highest being the VK2801105, who got 752. Angelina got 414, which is a little further down the table. She fired 21 shots in the game, so she still had 5 rounds left at the end. 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 10 splash. Damage of 1,203 hit points, of which 1,086 were at more than 300 meters. In fact, the last damage she did, excuse me, was actually to the Dickomax, and that was the ram. The ram got her 117 hit points out of it. When you fired your shell, there's nothing else you can do. You know that the Dickomax is going to reload shortly, and he's going to put another round into you. You might as well just ram him and take him out that way. I think with this tank, with this Arty rather, the easiest way to shotgun somebody is actually to get as close as possible. And that's why speed helps, because the closer you are, the more that you can actually hit them hard. It only has 3 degrees of gun depression, this Arty. So, is it 3 degrees? Sorry, 4 degrees of gun depression. It's not a lot, but if you keep your gun onto the target by auto-aiming onto them and then get very close and hit them hard, you can sometimes wipe them out with just one shot. Remember, the alpha from this Arty is 550 with 38 millimeters of pen, and a Dicamax only has very paper-thin armor. So if Angelina had actually got either alongside the Dicamax or just directly in front of him, she would have been able to shotgun him fairly easily. But it's all a matter of, in the heat of the moment, in the technique, about how you actually do it. And I think under these circumstances, with that ridgeline the way it was, it actually worked against Angelina getting the shotgun bang on target. So I can understand why it happened the way it did. But Angelina is in the lead. She is going to get the weekend lie-in if Talent does not supply a replay that beats Angelina's scores. So she gets the lie-in tomorrow morning. So if you enjoyed those replays, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.